1140 The Fan.
Talkin Money.
And here we go again. It's Talkin Money with Jeff Tarbell.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have no midsize available at the moment.
I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservation.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do. If you did, I'd have a car. See, you know how to take the reservation, you just don't know how to hold the reservation. And that's really the most important part of the reservation, the holding. Anybody can just take them.
Little Seinfeld there. That's exactly that was my pie reservation. Where's my pie? Oh, we got your reservation and your money. How are you doing? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. My name is Jeff Tarbell. This is Talkin Money. Got a little text question running out there at 441140. If you want to text me yes, no, and why or why not. And our question was, did you get out on Black Friday and spend any money? And if you did, was it for you personally or for a gift? So far, we're running pretty much no, and hell no. Online doesn't count. You have to actually leave your house. You're supposed to do all your online on Monday. So we'll let that float a little bit as well. We did get a couple winners to our quiz question. Small Business Saturday, which is today, was started by a company, and the company was American Express, the American Express credit cards. The irony there is a lot of small businesses I go to don't take American Express credit cards because they say it costs them too much. So maybe that's American Express's way of trying to generate some business for themselves. But it is a kind of an interesting concept. And I'd love to hear from you. If you are a small business person and you're running some kind of a retail shop or business today and you're open, and I'd like to see if you're getting any increased traffic. And we'll give you a little free plug if you want to do that too at 339-1140. We'll try to promote a little economy here on our own end. I don't know if you saw this or not, but if your dad is not P. Diddy and you didn't get one of these for your 16th or 17th birthday, Daimler Chrysler is going to stop, or Daimler AG, I guess they're not Daimler Chrysler anymore. Daimler AG, Mercedes, has decided to cancel the Maybach luxury car, starting price $375,000. They sold a whopping 200 of them last year. And they decided they're going to go ahead and put their energies and their tools to work on increasing the S-Class model instead. What we're going to do is give you more options there. About 80,000 S-Classes sell per year, and they run closer to about $90,000, a measly $90,000. But the Maybach is going to be go the way of the dinosaur. It was a very popular car back in the 20s and the 30s. It just could not catch hold. And primarily they were trying to compete with the Rolls-Royce and the Bentley. They've dropped their price way down. Now you can get a cheapo Bentley or Rolls for about $180,000, somewhere between $180,000 and $300,000. So the Maybach is going away. So you better hurry up, get one of those before the year-end sales. I don't know if you get a pair of ski passes if you buy a Maybach or not, but maybe they could try some promotion there. Last week, one of our callers called and asked if I had read the article or had seen the newspaper ad from a company called Remortgage America. It was an ad that was saying the federal government should come out and offer 1% mortgages to everybody in the United States for up to $500,000. And I didn't see the ad, but I did find it online. And this has been going on, I think I didn't write down the date here, but this has been going on for about 3 or 4 years, this company. They raised some money, they put out some ads. I was trying to figure out who's behind it and what's the end game here for the person. It looks like the gentleman is an economist. He's brought up this idea a few times in the past. He originally started out with a 1 3/4 mortgage rate, but he's come down with the market because the market's dropping, so he's now changed his ad to a 1% mortgage. So the question is, should your federal government be on the hook or become a lender at 1% mortgages for all of us up to $500,000? Yes or no? Here's my input. Number one, we don't have any money. So the article kind of leads you to believe that the government loans money now, and in a backhanded way, the government secures loans. And obviously, as taxpayers, we've all seen what's happened to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and other programs when they've taken some big losses. The losses have been filtered through to all of us. So in a backhanded way, yes, the government does secure some loans, but they don't actually make loans. If you get an FHA loan or you get a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac loan, the federal government is not making you a loan. So the first thing that you have to ask yourself is if all of us are going to get 1% mortgages up to $500,000, where are we going to get the money to make the loan? Number one, we don't have any money. So we being the federal government, would have to go out and borrow the money. And we would have to borrow the money from China or somebody who wants to float our debt more. And the current rates on those types of loans are running somewhere between, if you look at Treasury bills and things, they're running somewhere between 1% and 3%, depending on the length of time and blah, 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 blah. So let's just say 2%. Let's just pick a middle ground. So the federal government has to go out and borrow money at 2% to turn around and loan it to you at 1%. Well, the big bullet point item here was number one, this plan will eliminate the federal debt in 10 to 15 years. This is a government loan program, not an increase in government spending. Well, that's not true. The government doesn't have any money to loan you. We're not sitting on a big pile of cash we got nothing to do with. So that's number one, I don't think is accurate. It'll stop house prices from falling. People will keep walking away from underwater mortgages. Maybe that will help there. I'm reading you the bullet points from the Remortgage America plan. We'll let the people save and spend more by cutting down their out-of-pocket expense for home ownership. Maybe. Well, true. Obviously, if you're borrowing at 4% now and you're going to borrow at 1%, you'll have more money in your pocket. The question is what will you do with that money? Our hope was, and the hope now is under the new Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac program that's coming out, the HARP program, is we'll get people to save their money, get people lower rates. They'll be able to hold on their houses and keep their houses from going back to the lender. That's probably the biggest hope. We haven't seen the real boom yet, have we? From lowering our monthly payments, we'll take that cash, that extra money, and we'll go out and we'll buy stuff, except for yesterday. We haven't seen that rebound yet. What have people been doing? They've been taking their money, they've been putting it into the bank. I'm going to go off to a separate article here just for a minute. They've been taking their money, they haven't put it in the bank. They've been putting it and paying down debt. Here's a Wall Street Journal article that says declining savings is not good for consumers. And they're talking about the savings rate dipping in 2011, still being a little bit under 4%. And by the way, in the height, 2007, 2006, 2005, our savings was either zero, and in some cases was negative. And that was during the good times. Remember, we weren't saving any money. We were spending everything. Now we're saving just under 4%. My question is this, twofold on this idea. If you've got money freed up, do you want to put your money in a savings account right now? Because you're sure not doing it to make any money, right? There's no return on savings. So if you're putting it there, you're just hiding it there because you might need to get after it if you have a bad month. But what's really happening is people are reducing their debt. You look at the debt load in this country, credit cards, auto loans, mortgage loans, you name it, things are going down. People are reducing debt. They're not saving any money. So this plan here from the Remortgage America says we're going to create all these new jobs and create all this new liquidity, and it's going to go out and spur the economy on. We're not seeing that now. I mean, rates are already at a 60-year low right now. We're not seeing people take their money and go out and spend it on other stuff. I've seen more mortgage term reductions in my career in the last 24 months than I've seen in the entire 20 years I've been doing it. People coming on and saying, hey, I'd rather have a 15-year loan, a 10-year loan, a 20-year loan, anything I can do to get this thing to go away faster. I'm not going out to get another boat or to buy more toys or buy more goods. So that's another part for the plan. And the other thing you take out of this is right now, mortgage-backed securities are one of the few things where some investors and savers can get a little bit of a return above, a normal savings account. So if you're going to have the government step in at 1%, you then take away a market where people can put their money and earn 2 to 3 to 4% on bonds and those kind of things too. So now you've taken that out, which then hurts those savers and those people on a fixed income. So there's probably a reason why the Remortgage America plan hasn't taken off like this gentleman hopes, and why he keeps kind of respinning. I don't know where the money's coming from to put the ads out, what the motivation is behind the ads. That's what I was really looking for, is to see who's doing this and why. What do they hope to get out of it? And I actually thought it was just some kind of a mortgage scam. Call us and we'll try to get you a 1% mortgage, but it's not. Doesn't appear to be. So anyway, that's my comments on the Remortgage America at 1%. If you think I'm off the beat there, or you think it's a great idea, give me a call, 339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140. We can talk about that as well. Let's get to another quiz question. We've got to take another quick break here at 339-1140. I used to use this. Well, I'm going to give it away here. I'll do that when I come back. Bill Gates last week testified in a $1 billion suit. It was the Microsoft Windows 95. When it rolled out, they had a serious conflict with a company called Novell, Novell. And Novell's product, their number one product, did not work on the new Windows 95 program as they had hoped. So what did Novell produce? What was their software product that was not compatible with Windows 95? And I used to use this program exclusively, and I haven't even thought of their name in years. So that tells you how much they've been wiped out. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 441140. Novell, Novell, their software product, which was basically rendered useless by Windows 95. What was it? We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.